Oliver wanted to go on a trip all the way to the moon, his own rocket ship. He gathered up wood scraps, some paint and some glue, some plastic pieces, his dad's wood canoe. Determined to build his own moon mission rocket. When Oliver showed both his parents his ship, he hugged them goodbye and set off on his trip. Please be home by dinner, said Mom, the gourmet. Tonight, I'm making a Swiss cheese souffle. Oliver's moon rocket sputtered and roared. It grumbled and rumbled and started to soar. Oliver smiled and waved one last goodbye as his moon rocket blasted straight up to the sky. Oliver hurtled and zoomed toward the moon. He noticed the moon had a cheesy-like odor. His moon rocket crashed in the crater of cheese. A man on the moon, kind of short, sort of stout, was friendly and tried to help Oliver out. He held out a hand to help Ollie step down and said, "Come with me and I show you our town." The moon town was hopping and Ollie said, "Wow, it's awfully pretty, but it smells like a cow." There were cows on the sidewalks and cows on the street with space helmets on and lead boots on their feet. There were cows on the curbs, in cafes and each store. There were cows everywhere you could think of and more. They were grazing and mooing and walking with bells. And because there were cows, they were making cows smell. The man on the moon bowed his head and said, "Please, will you be my guest in the building of cheese?" The building was mammoth and filled with huge vats. The moon mice wore helmets and so did the cats. Milk poured pipes into tub, engineering wiring, while cheese workers stood by the vats, slowly stirring. The cheese in one section was cheddar and brie. The room stretched out further than Ollie could see. The moon man was beaming. "We've Monterey Jack and blue cheese and green cheese and brown cheese and black. We have fresh provolone. We have Gouda and feta. Here, try a sample. You never taste better." Oliver found the cheese awfully tasty, although it was bright green and just a bit pasty. "We make mozzarella, and what did I miss? We make camembert, Colby and cheddar and Swiss." Oliver gulped. "Oh, my mom's Swiss souffle. I have to go home, and I mean right away." The moon man said, "Ollie, you're not in the muddle. Here is a ticket. Jet home into our shuttle. We've shuttles to Venus and also to Mars, to all 9 planets and most distant stars. And just one more thing." "Yes," Ollie asked. "Yes, what is it?" "This pass forever. So come back and visit." The shuttle was large, like a big metro bus. Oliver buckled his belt with no fuss. The shuttle took off with rumbling blast. Ollie could tell it went terribly fast. A half-hour passed. Ollie found to his shock that the shuttle touched down half a mile from his block. How the shuttle trip home zoomed in. His parents were happy and gave him a hug. They asked, "How's the moon?" Ollie said with a shrug, "I brought you a present." He handed them a cheese. The neon green ran. Taste a little bit, please. They thought it the best they had tasted by far. Ollie told them the cheese was the favorite on Mars. He told them about all cows and cheese and creatures all loaded at least to his knees. How the shuttle trip home zoomed incredibly fast. How happy he was to be back at home at last. His dad said, I'm happy. There's no need to roam. You've been to the moon. Now you stay here at home. Ollie looked up from his Swiss cheese souffle. Gee, Mom, gee, Dad, I don't know what to say. There are 8 other planets and further out stars. Next weekend, I'm planning to shuttle to Mars. His mom heaved a sigh, and his dad heaved one too. If that's what you want, dear, then that's what you do. His mom brightened up and said, Son, you're a winner. You may visit Mars, but you get home by dinner. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for listening. Bye.